Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Wabarakatuhu. Hello, everyone. How you doing? It's your girl, beautiful sister. It's your beautiful sister, your Brooklyn queen, your number one beautiful Brooklyn queen, your sis. Hello. Let me adjust this because I need to get all up in here. I want to get good and close. I want to make sure you see me. You see me? Hello. How you all doing today? I told you guys I was coming back. I told you I was gonna come back and I was gonna have some extra conversation for y'all today. Cause sis is feeling really great. I'm feeling great. Alhamdulillah, I have no complaints. If you're new to this channel, let me just let you know I'm so happy you're here because you don't have to come here and spend time with me. But I appreciate you. I love you for that. And I love you always for the sake of Allah. So thank you for coming and tuning in. Welcome. 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 And I'm going to say welcome again. Hello and welcome to the channel. The name of my channel, yes, is A Beautiful Sister. But I don't just talk to just the sisters. I talk mainly to the sisters. But I share love with everyone. The blessings of God and the love that God give us every day. I'm here sharing that beautiful light and love with you every day. So this is for all of us, especially our melanated brothers and sisters. I love you even more. Okay? You got a special place in my heart. Okay? Today, I wanted to share this message with you all. And it was just telling you a little bit more about myself, you know. And like, again, if I didn't say, if you're new here, don't hesitate. Don't wait. Don't put it off. Hit that like button. You see that button right there. You see, hit that. And don't forget the bell notification to and you see that right there? You see that one right there? Mm-hmm. That subscribe button. Hit that. Yeah, hit it. Touch that right. Press it right now. Yeah. You know why? Because I promise you, you won't be bored here. You're going to have a good time. We're going to talk about a lot of things. And we're going to do some fun things together. You know why? Because sis don't do boring. You think I might be doing boring, but I promise you, I don't do boring. I can't stand boring just as much as I can't stand bland food. Okay. All right. So definitely hit that like, share, and subscribe button and stay tuned and keep tuning in always. Come back and connect. Share with your friends and family. Let them know. Did you know Queen is on? Queen's on. Sis is on. I need to go check out my girl, see what's going on with her. She been busy. Sis be good busy. I be good busy. So as you see, this topic that I put in here for y'all today was, yeah, I was lost. I was so lost that now I am found. I'm not telling you no lies. I'm so found that I'm loving it. I don't know if you ever experienced this, and I really hope and pray that I'm sending this message to somebody that really need to hear it. When I tell you, I used to be really lost in my teens, in my youth, in my youth, in my teens, in my 20s, in my 30s, and I could honestly say even some of my 40s. And I wasn't trying to be, but this is just what happened, you know? I really thought that I had my life in the right place. I thought I had my mind in the right space. You know, I was young and vibrant and beautiful, and I wanted a family, and I met an amazing guy, and we became good friends, and I just wanted to spend my life with him. And sometimes that doesn't work out the way we think. That's a part of life. I wanted to go to school and get a job, and actually I wanted to work for myself. I didn't want to really too much work for other people, but I wanted to have skills. So I decided, okay, well, let me go learn some skills. And I went and learned some new types of skills at different kinds of jobs. I worked all different kinds of jobs. I worked for all different kinds of people, and I loved it. I loved the jobs that I did. I did multiple jobs. I did child care. I did security. I did what is it? I worked in the factory. I worked at a daycare. I worked at a day camp. I worked. Love working with children. I adore children. I did some catering. I used to own my own companies. I did multiple different types of jobs. But when I was younger, those was jobs that I did, little things here and there. And then I even went into some businesses a lot for myself. I like doing my own type of thing. Always kind of like doing my own thing, even when I was a teenager. I used to do hair, I used to do nails, I used to do makeup, and I still love doing that stuff. Massage, therapy, all kinds of fun stuff. Fun stuff. So I worked a lot of different types of jobs. I also did a lot of jobs with travel. I did a lot of jobs with as I got into my 30s, I did jobs with what is it? I like working in the medical field too. I forgot the name of it. It's like a sales job. Um 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 it's really big now. I can't remember the name of it. Forgive me, y'all. I have fibromyalgia, so sometimes I'll forget like that moment. At that moment, I'll be trying to think about it, and it won't come. It's like it's there, but it'll just. It's from fibromyalgia. I learned and COVID. I had COVID years ago, so yeah, I still get that. This like this crazy fog thing. It just goes. It's gone. I don't know. It was right there, but anyway, I did multiple jobs. So now I'm really and I'm very much into working for myself. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with working jobs for other people. That's cool if that's what you're into. And the reason why I say this because learning new skills and learning new trades is a plus. Don't believe the hype what people say about the robots and all of that. Listen, you still gonna need them skills. I promise you that. I know I still need them skills. So I take advantage of those opportunities still to this day. And I'm learning new things. I'm learning some new jobs and stuff right now. Yeah, I am. Your girl has been good busy. So back to what I was saying. The topic again is I was lost. I was. And when I was growing up, in me trying to find what was going to work for me and my family, because I was a young mother, I had my children. I had my two oldest children. I have three beautiful kids. And I have my two youngest children when I was in my early teens, middle teens, excuse me, middle teens. And I had to take care of them. you know, uh, Dad didn't stick around. Unfortunately, I thought he was going to stick around. Dad didn't stick around, and I had to still take care of my kids. I ended up having to take care of them by myself. He helped out financially, but as far as being more hands on, due to the fact that we ended up having a really bad breakup, uh, and he ended up doing something that he shouldn't have did, it kind of made me not feel comfortable with him around my kids like that. Never mind the fact that I always wanted him to be in their life. I've never been or never understood any mother that doesn't want her child to be around their father. I know most of us we do. So I did want that for my children. And he actually was a very good man. As far as I knew, he was a very good father. He was always very sweet and kind. That he had a very big loving heart as well. That was one of the reasons why I loved him so much. He was the sweetest guy. He was the in my opinion, he was one of the best guys that I ever met. Um, he was super kind. He was very loving. My family loved him. Like he was a really good guy. I knew his family. His family was beautiful. I love his family. I love his mom, his sisters, and them. Beautiful family. So I never understood why our relationship did not go the way I thought it was going to go. I didn't. I never understood that. Um, so I ended up raising my kids alone. We ended up not staying together. It happens, I don't think any young lady or any young man plans for them not to be with the first person that they end up bearing children with, and I don't even think that we plan. I know I didn't plan for us not to be married or have children out of wedlock. We ended up being intimate too soon. I'm gonna say it like that. And I think that a lot of us go through that. So that was where I was lost at. And he was too. I'm not going to say only myself. We both were lost. We were young. We were dumb. That's the truth. That's the truth. And it's like that for a lot of us. And we were having fun. We were very much having fun. I have to be honest. It came along, a lot of us experienced it. I cannot say, you know, we were in a very serious time of ignorance. I have to be honest. And yeah, we got warned about doing these things, but did we listen? No, most of us didn't. That's the truth. I'm not here to give you or paint any perfect image about myself. I'm not. I was not perfect. I was living a worldly dunya life when I was younger. I was doing ignorant things. I was not a good girl. I was a good girl, but I was not this perfect how do you say perfect girl. I wasn't. I mean, I was a probably the best or perfect girlfriend. I was always a good girl. I was always faithful and loyal and truthful and honest, but I was still living in the dunya. I was living, and that means for those of you that are not Muslim, don't speak Arabic. I was living this worldly life. I was living a materialistic life. I was living, and not so much, but I was on a small scale. I was living a sinful life. That's the best way to say it. I was living a very sinful life, and so was he. More than me, didn't even notice me. I had no idea. I really thought he was this great guy, and we were going to live, like the fantasy that we all are fed growing up, this perfect life, and we're going to have the best life. And honestly, I really thought that I found my guy. He was really a great guy. I still to this day think he's a good guy. And I just feel like he just took some bad turns, which I feel like that happened with a lot of us. So I think for me personally, I was more forgiving and understanding. And I think for a lot of people, they don't understand because I actually stayed with him for a long period of time. I just thought that he would eventually realize that what we had was really good. And if we would just put some work into it, we could have a really great life together and give our kids a great future. And that was something that I really was hopeful for. To be honest with you, I'm hopeful. I was hopeful for that with each relationship that I was with those men for a long period of time. And I'm still hopeful for that. And I think most of us are that are with somebody that we love and care about. But yes, I was ignorant. He was ignorant. We was living a very sinful life at that time out of our own ignorance and stupidity and just pure blindness. We both knew about God, but I think I was more heavily into faith than he was. And I tried to encourage him and teach him about it and show him stuff. And he just was more kind of in his own world, doing his own thing behind the scenes. So in my face, he would pretend to be this great, perfect guy, but behind my back, he was a monster. And I had no idea. And I don't think he was like a monster like the way most of us think. He really was like that good guy type monster. Like you don't know he's a monster. There's some people in the world that are, this is heavy for me. There's some people in the world that know how to pretend very well that they're so good and so kind, but the whole time they're manipulating you. They're, plotting and planning against you for your fail. And don't let it be someone that you um, thought had your back or was in your corner or was supporting you, because that was the impression that he gave me. He had given me the impression that he was for me, like in every way, like shocking. That I still to this day, every time I think back to that time, I was like, I could not believe that he was two different people, two totally opposite people. And this is something that I think a lot of us women, especially young girls, young women, just don't see. And we're not prepared to see that. that a lot of young men, they play games, they will manipulate you, they will lie to you, they will tell you, yeah, I'm going to give you the sun, moon, and the stars and the earth too, and the whole time they over there planning with Tiffany. Like, that's the truth. This is something that I don't think enough of our parents actually prepare us for. I think now today we're more better at preparing our children for this. I definitely school mine. Like, the pain that I've endured in that relationship just alone, it is still with me to this day. I've let it go, but I'm still very, very strong and adamant about certain things that I just don't tolerate. I will not endure. I will not have going on in my life. I don't care what is happening. The earth could be cracking up into a billion gazillion pieces. If you are not living your life on the right path and giving your life to God and doing what God tell you to do and showing it. See, because some people can talk it and like to talk the talk, but don't like to walk the walk. I really don't want to be bothered with you. I will lose interest in you really quickly and I'll pull back from you. I may just literally walk away from you completely, leave you alone. Because, yeah, I'm not with the fake and phony pretend that I've been there and I've done that. And I was in the most hurtful uh, situation in that first relationship that I stayed with this man for the longest period of time. And it was hurt. It was nothing but pain, nothing but pain. And not so much regret, but pain. Whereas we had children together and he was not able to be the father that he should have been, that I knew he could have been. I know he's a good guy as far as being a good dad. He has never shown me him to be a bad man as far as a father. That's why I never denied him being in our kid's life until he literally did something that was unforgivable. And I had to, yeah, he put me in a position I didn't want to be in at all. And anyway, that's not what this is about. I just wanted to share that in us being young, this is how sometimes we get lost. Getting lost means getting caught up in the dunya, in this worldly life, chasing our desires. A lot of people don't know and understand that when you chase what you want, and I see this a lot, sometimes chasing what you want doesn't necessarily mean that you're chasing something good. I had to learn to chase God and not my wants and only my needs or my desires. The truth is, what I learned in Islam is chasing our wants and our desires and our needs is really chasing our nafs. And our nafs is it's like it's sort of like the lower part of ourself that we where we yearn for worldly things. We yearn for things. We have a craving for stuff. We it's a desire. That's what it is. So when I learned that as a Muslima, it made so much more sense to me from my Christian understanding. I was like, oh, that's why that didn't go the way it was supposed to go. It was because I was so heavily, deeply in love and wanting this relationship to work so much that everything good that I was pouring into it, he wasn't. He was in my face doing it, but behind my back, he was a whole nother man. And he was being a whole nother man for a whole nother other group of women. And many other women, multiple women at the time, actually. And I had no idea. No idea. No idea. I had no idea. I didn't even know the man was felt that way. This man, when I tell you this man showed me his best self on a daily basis. We were the best of friends. He was the most sweetest guy. This man would do any and everything for me. He was the most loving man. I mean, I loved him so much. And I'll be honest with you, I still have love for him. But I had to learn that He needed to love himself. He didn't love himself. And when I tell you we had the best of friendship, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care what nobody say. If you're not friends with the person that you choose to share life with, you have nothing. You have nothing. And I'm not trying to be funny. That means that you don't like him, he don't like you, and you don't like each other or your own selves. One thing I can say is in every relationship that I've been in, I know for a fact, like if I can't friend that person, like really friend them, if I can't really get to know them and they really get to know me, if they don't show no love, care, or concern about me and the people that I love, and vice versa, they're not a genuine person. Those are one of the number one red flags. If you want to know, that's it right there. If they don't show no real love and concern about themselves, how are they going to show love and concern about you? And definitely, they got to show love and concern about the people that is in their life. Their parents. Number one, their parents. I'm not trying to be funny. If you have a man or a woman in your life and they don't show love for their family, which is their parents, their siblings, their children, themselves, I don't care if it's a cat or a dog or a turtle. And number one, God, always over all of that. That's not the person you need to deal with. That person got a lot of issues. They got some hate going on with them. They got demons that they don't probably even know they have. And I'm telling you something from true experience. Sometimes people can have demons on them and in them, and they don't even know that they're there. I'm telling you something. This is very true. I've seen it with multiple people and I've experienced it. And they had no idea that it was even that was happening within them. They don't even, and these particular people, they're so used to doing dark, wicked stuff, bad stuff, that is second nature to them. So the enemy will be whispering to them, and he don't have to whisper to them to do anything because they're already doing it before he even suggested. That's how bad it is that they don't even realize it. And this entity, which is the shaitan, he is attached. He not only is attached to them, but what it is he opens up a door and or somehow, some kind of way, something opens up within them, and they allow another entity to come into them, which is also dark. And it's like it grows inside of them. It's a demon, and it's like it's like a demon in the spirit of them, and their soul is all in one body. And if you not paying attention, they change. Like they change in a way that is disturbing. And like I said, if you don't pay attention, you won't catch it, but you have to pay attention. And a lot of times, I've actually seen people themselves, they'll have this thing with them and attached to them. Sometimes it follows them. That's the shaitan. But sometimes there's a jinn or a demon that's trying to get inside of them. And it follows them too. But sometimes it be in them and they don't know. And they change up. I mean, they change up. They say and do things that's, you have to pay attention. If you don't know love and you don't know God's light and God's love, I'm going to say it like this. If you don't know God, you will never, ever fully understand that. That means that those type of people will be able to come into your life and manipulate you. I mean, take control over you, do all kinds of disrespectful things to you. And this is why I say to a lot of people, be careful of who you let in your house. Be careful of who you share your bed with, your body with, break bread with. And I'm talking about actually share a cup, a drink of water, a plate of food, give something to, or take something from, a hand touch, a handshake. I have learned so many things over the last 20 years alone. 30 years alone, probably more, of how the enemy works. Whew, y'all stay tuned. There's always more to come. I'm going to share so much here that I have learned in almost 50 years by the grace of God. I will make it to 50, inshallah. So that's how I was lost. I don't want to see another one of my young brothers and sisters go through that. When I tell you it's a type of pain that tears you up inside, just me thinking about it and talking to you about it is bringing back familiarity and familiar pains in my stomach. My stomach used to be in knots, y'all, in knots. And I'm talking about, I feel it right now. And that's just from me thinking about it, God. Y'all, I'm talking about the pain would be so bad, the stress would be so bad, the anxiety would be so bad that they would have your stomach twisting and turning like this in knots, like this. I used to hear about that as a kid growing up, and I didn't know what that was until I experienced it. So you can have somebody doing something to you, and you don't know they're doing it. And I say, I rebuke you in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, shaitan. I rebuke you in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, shaitan. I rebuke you in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, shaitan. And every demon, may God bind you right where you are right now. And let no weapons that form against me, that you form against me, none of them shall prosper. Not even one. And may God, the Most High, punish you 10,000 times way worse than whatever you wished upon me. Inshallah, Allahumma ameen. That's, you have to learn how to pray. I had to learn how to pray. I asked an auntie of mine. I said, Auntie, I don't know how to. I don't know how to get away from whatever this is. They put a hold over you. I don't know if this man put a hold on me or some type of spell. Now I learned about all of these things later after I left this man alone. Love spells, and I knew about witchcraft, and I knew about black magic, and I knew about the arts. I knew about that, but I didn't know about, literally my stomach is literally in knots. Just thinking about it is crazy. That is insane. And I've been left this man alone over 20 years ago, 30 years ago. But yeah, it was something that I just didn't understand. I didn't understand the depth of it, how deep it goes. When you deal with people that are not believing in the Most High, the creator of everything in existence, God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they automatically, who do you think they believe in? Let's be real. Excuse me. If they are not believing in the Most High, Allah Akbar, the Alpha and the Omega, the creator of everything, you and I, who do you think that they believe in? Who are they worshiping? You know, I listen to people and they say, "Oh, I'm an atheist. Oh, I don't believe in nothing. I don't." I'm gonna share a secret with you, sweetheart. If you don't believe in God, or you say you believe in nothing, you might as well just go say you believe in the enemy and go side with him. You know why? Because there's nothing and no one else that can help you in this life but God. See, the enemy is not going to tell you that. And you can't save yourself from the enemy, nor can you save yourself from God. And guess what? Nor can the enemy or any deity save you from God. See, I don't think a lot of people understand that. There is no such thing as, oh, uh, this deity is going to save me on the day of judgment from all the things that God is going to give me as far as a punishment if I did bad here. No, it's not. And guess what? It's not going to tell you that either. It's going to let you believe whatever you want to believe. It might even tell you, yes, don't worry, I'm going to help you. Yeah, don't fall for that because they rock with the enemy too. Little do you know. I'm just telling you. They all work together. They actually work for him. There's only one creator. He's the only one that can save you. He's the only one that can help you. Allah Akbar. I swear to Allah, Wallahi. He's the only one that can help you. He's the only one that wants to help you. He's the only one that really loves you. He's the only one that cares about us. He is the only one that can save us in this life and protect us and cover us and shield us from all bad and all evil. Every deity, every enemy, every wicked, evil, wicked thing. Only Allah can save you. Only God can protect you from it. That's what the prophets is teaching us. That's what they were teaching us. They were sent here to teach us that. They were sent here to show us and tell us the message of, hey, there's a lot of crap that you don't know. Because see, God already gave them sight. He done took Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, up to the heavens. To each one of them. And he took them to hell. And so did he do the same with Prophet Enoch. Peace be upon him. So they saw. And when they had to come here to teach us, to share with us, could you imagine? So when people say, I listen, when people say, oh, I don't believe in that. Okay. You keep saying you don't believe. Guess what? They believe in you. And they're coming for you. So you keep saying you don't believe. You got to believe in something. I heard somebody say this years ago. An atheist said, oh, I believe in myself. I believe that I can do all these things and I can just accomplish everything on my own and I don't need any help. Uh huh. Okay. Until your health fails. God forbid. Until you get hit by a car. God forbid. Or shot. Or robbed. And broke up. Until you get stabbed 15,000 times. I'm just giving you some examples. And then their tone changes till you get hit by that truck. And now you're in a coma for 10 years. Till you get stranded on an island alone by yourself or out in the ocean. There's multiple ways God can do that. He's the only one that can. Now, the part that most people don't get is why does he put us through those types of tests? He puts us through those type of tests so we can learn, so we could wake up from the delusion that the enemy got us in all the time. And you don't realize it. I know I didn't. When I was in my teens, I was young. I told you I was young and dumb. People say, "Oh, you gullible. Oh, you so easily manipulated, or you don't things go over your head." No, that's for me. That actually wasn't the case. In some cases, it was, but not majority of the time. And I'm gonna tell you why. Majority of the time, I caught on, and this is what I was thinking when I was catching on. I wasn't all so much thinking about the act itself. I was more on the lines of why are you, as a person that's supposed to care about me, as a person that's supposed to love God, and a person that's supposed to love me, doing these bad things to me? What's wrong with you? That's what I was thinking. And it didn't matter who it came from. I've had people treat me horribly, and some of them were family members. And I still, to this day, as an adult, full grown woman, a mother, don't understand what was going on in their mind and why they thought that that was okay. And some of them still think it was okay, still to this day. If that's not insanity, crazy or evil or wicked. I don't know what you want to call it. I don't know what you call that. And they feel that they are justified and they have the right to feel that way. Still to this day. Crazy, right? Yeah. So that's what I was dealing with as a kid growing up, a young teenager growing up, looking for love in all the wrong places, thinking that, yeah, I was the it girl and I found the one person I wanted to spend my life with. So I thought. He told me he felt the same way. And I really believed him. We planned a life together. We actually talked about a life together. We sat down and had conversations about it for hours. When I tell you we were the best of friends, it was the most disturbing thing to find out after that he didn't feel this way at all. And the closest thing I could think of is when I today I watched some videos of other women that went through horrible divorces or had bad relationships, and I just sometimes catch those videos. One of the worst videos that I saw was this beautiful young lady, um, and her husband. They were married for probably over 20 years. And what disturbed me the most was she and him both were very attractive people. Now, usually men treat women bad when they women look bad, or you know that's what I used to see. This story specifically shocked me a little bit. Not shocked me, but it was like a little disturbing for me, because I'm saying to myself, well, what's wrong with the man? When I tell y'all his wife was a beautiful woman, very beautiful. She was one of those women that most men, and I know this for a fact because I grew up with guys. I grew up with my brothers, and I'm so I know. And these are the type of girls that most men, they will break their neck to go and get run after. She was a very attractive young woman, and she was super smart. She was very kind. She was very loyal. She said she was loyal. She shared that in the video. And he, for whatever reason, I don't know what happened to this man. I don't know if he was heartbroken from another woman before her that looked like her, and maybe she reminded him of her, and he just felt he was going to do take revenge out on her. When I tell y'all this man was cheating on her like a dirty dog, it was the worst thing to see. And this woman cried. I mean, she was so happy. The illusion of being happy in a relationship for us as a woman, and men too, to be in a relationship with someone and to believe with everything in your power and your heart and your mind and spirit, and that God has blessed y'all and y'all are happy together, and to come to find out your partner is not, your spouse doesn't feel the same way, but in your face they tell you they do, they're happy, they love you, they want to take care of you, they want to be there for you, and you say the same, and y'all are together, y'all do everything together, you pray together, you go to church together or to the masjid together, you raising your kids together, you do chores together, you run errands together. I love that stuff, with my spouse. Like, I like doing things with my partner, spouse. I love that stuff. So when a man doesn't do that with his woman, or he does do that, excuse me, when a man does that with his woman, and then he gives her this illusion that they are perfect together, they are happy. They are happy. And he doesn't want or need for any other woman. He's content. He's satisfied with that one woman. Now, I'm not saying that there's no man in the world that don't feel that way, that they can't be that, because there are. But what is very devastating to any person in the world, a man or woman, is when a man or woman tells that person, their spouse, their husband or their wife, after 5, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, oh, yeah, I was with this person, that person, this person. Just, are you, I'm not happy. I want more than one person. Oh, I don't just want you. When I tell you that's devastating, that is devastating. That is traumatizing. And then for that individual to have an attitude about it or say it in a manner that is so nonchalant, like a lot of people say today, oh, we have a lot of narcissistic, manipulative men in the world or people in the world. I know it's women too that's like that. So I don't just single out, it's both. That today that's what is in the world. It's way more people that are in the world like that today. And yes, it is shocking. It's shocking to know that, you know, and it's heartbreaking when I tell you that traumatizes a person for life. For life. Even if they break up, those wounds, and it's very close to, I think, like for some guy, I know like a lot of people say guys, they take heartbreak different. And I'm going to tell you something. I need a lot of guys to know us girls feel that same heartbreak and we take that heartbreak just as equally as bad. The first one and anyone after that. Do we better uh I think heal from it? That takes time. But I don't want any of you to be mistaken about that and think that we don't feel that and we don't it doesn't affect us. It affects us too. And the same as rejection. That's another thing. I see a lot of guys, they think that rejection is, oh, you know, she rejected me, so I've been seeing this lately, this revenge thing with men. That blew my mind. I was like, are you for real? Are y'all serious? But I'm learning that, yeah, there's a lot of men in the world that do that. They find that to be something that they're supposed to do, or they think it's something to do. Oh, well, she didn't choose me first, or she chose my friend, or why would she not choose me? Or I just learned about this recently. That guys really do that to girls. And it's disturbing. Those, let me tell you something. If you feel that you need to do that to a young lady and you're in your youth, you have issues. You don't need to be in a relationship with nobody. You don't need to be in a relationship with nobody, let alone planning to be married. That means right then and there, you have anger issues. You have manipulative issues. You have control issues. Please go see a therapist. Please go see a doctor, a counselor, your imam, your pastor. Yeah, no, you don't need to be in a relationship with anyone, male or female. You don't even probably need to be in a relationship with a cat or a dog at that point, because that means that psychologically equipped. You're not equipped to maintain fairness. You don't know how to compromise. You don't know how to stay in a yeah, you don't know how to do that. You no. That's what that means. It means that whenever things don't go your way, you going to flip. You going you you going to turn up. You going, oh, y'all can't have my way? Oh. Like, really? Like a kid. Are you crazy? Are you kidding me? No, we can't do that. No, no. Please stop. Stop now. I'm listen to sis, okay? Listen to auntie. No, honey. No, sweetheart. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You don't need to be dating. Let's just don't even leave the kitten there. Just don't even worry about that little puppy, that little baby girl, that little boy. Just no. Leave him alone. Leave him. I know she cute. Oh, he fine. You don't know, no, sweetie, no. Worry about you. Yeah, yeah. You worry about you. Get your life right. Get your mind right. Get your heart right. Go to God. Only He can help you. Because you got some things going on in here that only God can help you fix. If you walking around here thinking that you're going to just be taking your anger out on people. And I learned that there's more people in the world that think like that than a little bit. And that is another thing that our parents don't prepare us for growing up. I was not prepared for that. That is, like we were taught about wolves in sheep's clothing and stuff like that. And, you know, being prepared for lion, tigers, and bears and the wild and the wilderness and how people are doing wicked, evil things. And yeah, yeah, witchcraft and the black arts. And I know about all of that. I even know about the white magic. Voodoo, the hoodoo, the kudu, the voodoo, and the woo woo. I know about it all. Yeah. Yeah, no. Stop it right now. Stop it. Mm-mm-mm. Worry about you. First, learn how to love you. And I mean, really love you. I mean, really love you. Really love you. Okay? I'm going to probably end now because I've been on here for a few minutes and I didn't mean for the video to be so long. I just wanted to say it's okay. Like, yeah, I was lost. I know I was lost at that time. So I came out of that and I left that alone. I was with that man for a long period of time. And I had to leave that alone because it wasn't conducive, it wasn't productive, it wasn't positive. And I have to be honest, I kept leaving him. We kept breaking up and getting back together because we kept trying, but it just didn't work. And I think a lot of us been through that. And I didn't want to keep going through that. So yeah, if you're in that situation, no, get out of that. He or she is not mentally stable. They're not spiritually connected with God. They're not trying to, their life is all in shambles. Their mind is all scrupled and discombobulated. And yeah, and they're going to screw you over every chance they get. Every time they get mad, they're going to treat you like crap. They're going to cuss you out. They're going to bop you upside your head. They're going to rob you, steal from you. They're going to cheat on you. They're going, don't be surprised. They spit in your food. I have heard and seen some horrible things. Horrible. Be very careful. Today, people are playing with the black magic and the arts and the hoodoo and the voodoo, all of that, the voodoo, more than ever growing up that I've ever seen, especially here in the States, especially here in New York. I, yeah, I don't trust too many of nobody at this point. I don't really trust nobody no more. Nobody like that. I don't. So, yeah, at that time I was really lost. And then I found God. I remember I was so upset. I cried so bad. I was so upset because I was tired of being in pain. When I tell y'all the pain in my stomach, the knots, I kept thinking I was going to have a hernia because the stomach cramping and pain, when I say literally, it was like somebody was twisting and turning my stomach up into, like, you know how you wring out clothes when you wash them? That's what it was like, literally. The most disturbing thing to ever experience. I mean, I used to have knots in my stomach. My throat, I used to have like this large knots in my throat. I used to have headaches. Oh my gosh, this man used to make me cry. I mean, I didn't understand what was wrong. I tried everything. I didn't know what was wrong. I would pray for him. I would pray over him. I would ask him to pray with me. At one point, we were praying together, and then one day he just stopped praying, and I just kept saying, "What's wrong?" He wouldn't tell me what was wrong. I did not know what was wrong with him. I just knew to love him. I just knew to pray for him. And then that ended up flaring out to other relationships. It started, the whatever he was, whatever demons or whatever he was carrying with him, because we were intimate and we were not married, he was attaching that stuff to me. I'm learning more about that. He was pouring his wicked evilness and shoveling his dirt, his evil wickedness into me and on me. The man was hot like a hot pepper, so he was always on me all the time. I had no idea. That's a part of it. So do I think he probably put something on me? It's possible. He had me so wrapped around his finger, it was crazy. It was crazy. And one day I thank God every day for this because this is how I came out of it. God gave me a vision. I was wide awake. This was one of the very first visions that I ever got in my life. I got another one. I got a few when I was younger, but this one was as an older teenager. I was going to visit him and I seen him this vision, and that for me was I was wide awake. And I went to tell him about it, and his reaction was like nothing. So the older I got, and the more in this relationship I stayed, the more things started spiritually coming to me. So I knew right then and there it was signs that God was alerting me. Something was definitely wrong with this guy. And I got another vision, and this solidified it for me to leave him. And it was one of the worst, scariest visions I ever had. And I was just like, I'm done. That's it. I knew right then and there, yeah, he was no good. Listen to God when he's telling you to get away from somebody. Those warnings are not for no reason. Okay? And yes, sometimes it comes to you through dreams, sometimes it comes to you through visions, sometimes it comes to you through a feeling. You know, you might feel something chill, a chill to your body, or your hairs on your body stand up when they come around, or you automatically feel ill or sick, or it's something about their energy that just, I have a very positive, good energy. And I'm learning that my energy doesn't mix with all energies. Like, that's also how I know. I had to learn that everybody don't know that they have a negative energy with them, a negative spirit or some type of demon or something around them or with them, because they'll be loving you and wanting to be good to you and really, really caring about you. And but every now and then they say or do something that's totally opposite of them. I had to learn that too, because this it has more than one way that it can work with people. The evil. So please be careful. This is one of the reasons why I pray a lot. I pray a lot because I've seen and experienced things that are hard to explain. Yeah, I was really lost at that time. I am so glad that I left that man alone and I left that relationship, because it was so detrimentally unhealthy that yeah, my hair was starting to fall out. I was sick, starting to get sick, physically sick, and yeah, it was not good. And then my kids were experiencing things that they should not have experienced. And I can't say that he necessarily was doing things to hurt them, but he was doing things to hurt them, if that makes sense. Like, he was doing things behind the scenes to hurt them, you know? And it ended up hurting them way more than he'll ever know. So, unfortunately, my kids will never probably fully ever recover from that and those things that he has done. I just continue to pray and ask God to guide them to the truth, to guide them to Him, because what else can I do? They're adults now. Um, and I love them so much. And if you guys are watching, Mama, love you. I love you guys so much. And again, I always say to them, I apologize for any hurt that they went through and endured that they did not deserve, because no child deserves to be hurt from their parent, or any confusion or misunderstanding that I even may have caused in not realizing, why they felt the way they felt, or, because sometimes we do that and it's an unconscious thing. I just wanted my kids to have their father in their life, and I wanted him to have them in his life. I would never take any man from his kids. I don't believe in that. And the reason I think I feel that way is because I grew up with my father not in my life in the beginning, and my biological father, and then I also had a stepfather, and I barely got to see him. Like, I seen him a little bit, but he was at work all the time. And then he got sick, and then he passed earlier than we thought he was ever going to pass. So I ended up losing out on two dads, and they both were good men, good dads, good. So I hear a lot of people say all kinds of horrible things. Oh, I don't care about stepdads and this and that. Listen, God blessed me with two amazing step parents. I don't feel the way that everybody feels about that, because I know that they were good to me from what I know. And any bad, I don't know nothing about unless God reveals it to me. They were good to me, and I love my step parents. I had good step parents. They were good to us growing up. They were good to me, that I can remember and recall. If I had any bad feelings towards them, that it is something that God shared with me that I still don't fully understand. You know, but as far as I can know and remember, what I remember is they were good to me, and I love them. I love them. And I just leave it at that. I can't speak for other people. Everybody doesn't have that experience, but there's a lot of people that do. So yeah, I'm not lost anymore today. I'm in a better space mentally, spiritually, physically. I'm in a much better space. I have my beautiful children. I have a beautiful man in my life that I really love and care about. Um, we support each other as much as we can. You know, I have a great family. I love my family. I have a beautiful new circle of sisters and friends that I really care about. And I'm evolving. I'm evolving on a level that I never thought I would evolve on. And the Most High has blessed me to be able to live a life that I have peace. I have peace. And I'm looking so forward to the future. I'm not sad about the things that I used to be sad about. Some things I still, no, don't get me wrong. My life is not perfect. It's not in no way, shape, or form. I still have, regular everyday struggles and, life ups and downs and stuff like that, just like anybody else. But when it comes to my peace, so much better. I just don't care to deal with anybody stressing me out. No. And I really don't care who it is at this point in my life. I have endured so many different types of stress from individuals that claim to love me and care about me. No, I I do. Please no, stop. I no, no. I'm not doing it. Mm-mm. Keep that stress to yourself, please. Keep it to yourself. I don't want it. I don't need it. Hold on. I don't have to have it. You can keep that. You can keep that all to yourself. Don't call me with it. No, don't come to see me with it. I don't even want to hear it. You know why? You got yourself in that bed, in that ditch. And now you could dig yourself out. And I'm going to tell you why. 99% of the time, I'm the one that'll be telling the person, don't do that. I don't think you should do that. And I'm going to tell you something else. 99% of the time, if not 100% of the time, those people will be on some, I don't care what you say, I'm doing it. And I'll be like, okay, well, have a good time. Don't call me when things go left. And I hate to say it like that, but that is what it's been for a lot of people in my life, majority of the time. And I just leave it alone. It's only but a few people, and I can count them on one hand that actually do listen to what I say, in just me giving them, you know, some insight onto what I actually see spiritually. I don't. It's not about telling them what to do and telling people how to live their life. It's literally like God be giving me insight to it, and it's like a vision or some sight to it, and I just, yeah, no. I tell the person, I try. It's hard to tell people, you know. I ask them how do they feel, about these things. Sometimes they listen, sometimes they want to share, sometimes they don't, and that's fine, But I don't suggest jumping into any type of relationship, whether it's with a male, a female, a cat, a dog, and you got a lot of stuff going on. You got things going on in your heart that ain't right. First of all, if your thoughts is off too many times throughout the day, one minute you want to smack somebody, the next minute you want to hug them, the next minute you want to spit at them, the next minute you want to stab them, the next minute you want to run them over with a car, the next minute you want to go get in love, make love to them. Like, I don't, yeah, no. Something ain't right there. No, no, no. That does not, that's insanity. That's the definition of insanity. You are not sane, my love. You're not sane. Go talk to somebody, get some therapy, get some counseling, talk to God. Only God can help you fix it. And on that note, I'm going to say, I love you all. And I want you to have a beautiful, blessed night. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Allah. Good night, everyone. Talk to you later. Definitely hit that like, share, and subscribe button. If you like what you hear, you definitely want to stay tuned for more. Assalamu alaikum. See y'all all later. I hope this wasn't too long. I just wanted to share. I wanted to share that with you all. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Have a good night.